Hi everyone, Casey Irvine here, and today I want to talk to you about the auto model and how you can use it to save yourself some tokens and maybe even get a little bit of a discount. But first, I want to acknowledge that I'm not in the Copilot CLI, and in fact, I've been waiting for so long to finally show the world this app, and it came out in kind of a soft launch a couple weeks ago, and I'm just behind on my blog posts. But this is the new GitHub Copilot app. I've been using it internally at Microsoft for quite some time as my daily driver, and I absolutely love these things. And the team is working really hard to improve this all the time. So definitely a shout out to them. There's probably be a separate blog post and video about all my favorite features of this app and how I use it to do my work effectively. But today this is going to be a bit shorter, and it's going to be about the auto model. Um, so I've been using the auto model, which is a model that you can pick from the model dropdown. And this actually uses AI to pick the model that's best suited for your task. And I've been using this for a while and trying to force myself to kind of be in this mode to see how good it is. Cause like I'm sure most of you, I tend to kind of just pick the best model, the biggest model that I think is available to me and assume it's going to give me the best results. And I've had some mixed success with using this um, kind of just straight auto model mode. But what I find is I get a lot of really good success is if I choose to plan using a large model. Like here, I'm going to use GPT-5.5 with high reasoning, which is kind of my default mode for my more intensive work. And I'm going to plan using this model and get everything and have conversations around what I want to build with this model. And then when I'm done with the plan, I'm going to switch to auto mode. So that might look something like this. Let's plan our next blog post about how awesome the GitHub Copilot app is and some of the great features that we use on a regular basis to do our work. Um, so as you can see, I started with this home tab. I was able to pick the repo that I want. I have it set up to create a work tree for me. My base branch is main, like all these really cool things. And it just automatically created a work tree for me. Again, I'm going to do a blog post and a video just about this. But while it's going ahead and working, I feel like I would highlight some of those. And if you're waiting for your plan to generate, you can go back to the home screen. You can drag your little GitHub cat uh, out of there, and then you can play a fun little game where you jump around and be careful with this because you will just get addicted to the silliest games. But I think it's so fun when teams put in stuff like this and hit the git commit and avoid the bug, and we fall to our death. Awesome. um, Clearly I'm not very good at the game. I'm sure people could way beat my best score of 37. Yeah. Okay, so now that I've had my back and forth and maybe I've had some iterations and I've reviewed the plan, I'm ready to execute it. But instead of saying approve and implement with autopilot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and exit the plan mode. And I know this is a little bit of friction and maybe there will be some shortcuts added later on to be able to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and put it into autopilot mode myself and switch to auto and switch to auto. I give it a second. It's thinking. There we go. Change to auto. Then I'm just going to say execute the plan. And what's cool is it will actually select the model that it thinks is best for what the plan outlines, and it'll tell me what model it picks. So here it picked Haiku 4.5, which you didn't see this, but this is just a dummy plan. We're not really planning a blog article here. So I just wanted to illustrate that you could do this. So obviously it's going to pick a pretty lightweight model because there's nothing really for it to do. I've seen it for larger coding tasks, pick like a Codex model or some of the heavier Opus models. It really just kind of depends on what you're trying to do, but when you use this auto feature, you get a 10% discount on whatever model it picks. So it can really kind of cut your costs, and you get really good results because you've already planned the bulk of what you're trying to get done with a more expensive model. And then all the tokens to actually output and reasoning over that plan is going to be done with a smaller model that's already cheaper, plus you get the 10% discount. So hopefully this helps you maybe get some good results, maybe even a little faster if it's using a more performant model, with saving yourself some token cost as well. Thanks everyone. Happy vibe coding.